We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Second down, this is Wilson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Switch up. He's mine. Hey, red way. 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check that.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 3, check 3. 15. Bang, 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 bang. Recall, 132 point. Check hot route. Hot. Kill, 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 kill. Slam.
This is Grant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Wilson with a first down carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Really talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 69 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
No. Off. Plan 80. Check the hot read. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll look to run with Henderson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Henderson, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be out right at the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Mahomes now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burns. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Motion. 43. Hey, watch the screen.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end, Burton. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow. 57's the mic. Watch 57. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down now, it's Wilson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Watch the slant. Attack. Through. Switch.
On 1st, they'll go back to Wilson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nickel. Ready.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
56.
On 1st down, Darnold. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because of
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They can't hang with us. Jim. Lady. Mike 5-4.
Off of play action, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Darnold completes it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
36.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second down, it's Henderson.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check Mike 54. Mike 50. And 80. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And again, it's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Wilson. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Set. Shoot.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. Let's go, D.
On first down, Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On second down now, it's Grant, and he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check safety, check safety. Switch!
On the draw, this is Henderson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd down.
We got sack. 56 is the mic. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 57. Watch twist.
Hey, 57 colors.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got Burton here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
57. Mike 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 25. Check 25.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there. Is this? Hit in the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here I come again. Come again.
Hey, let's go.
56, right there, 56.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mike 56.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Gets past one man. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there, because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Here's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first down, Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
After the sack on first down, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 43. He's coming, he's coming. Yo, lady. Double up.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Mahomes to throw, escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Hill. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Scene 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check 4, check. Hey, red line. Check 15. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
56 is the mic. I'm trying to collect. Man, ain't he? 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. I got you. I got you.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Yellow.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert flare. Under 10. 10. Joker.
Where's that?
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Easy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, he'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Good job.
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Inside. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Double dog. Man, 80. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On first down, Darnold. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Darnold going deep now for her. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Watch the twist.
SOS. 15. SOS.
On first down, it's Grant. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yellow.
Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I don't need to. Let's go, Louie. 15.
Watch it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Check pass.
Lady. Check 13.
On 2nd down now, it's Henderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in.
Now it's Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, watch that. Check right there.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's trash. Come on. 52. Slam. Watch out.
Another carry for Wilson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yellow. There's a lot, 80.
50 seconds to Mike. Stay with your man. Watch twist. Big edge.
15.
Watch the whip.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yellow. All 80.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chiefs.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch twist.
15.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, alert 3. Check. Lucky.
They go back to Grant. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
motion, motion, motion. 57 the mic. 57 the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Yellow.
Watch the slant.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. C.J. Mosley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's get this.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check. Check.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. It's been a long game.
A first down throw, Darnold. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On second down, it's Grant, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. Darnold from the gun. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check the backer, check the backer. And Eddie.
No, 80.
54, right there, 54.
Hey, Charlie.
Darnold now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Darnold. That's taken in by Henderson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
It's just me and you. Me and you. Check. Fresno.
They run once more with Henderson. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check three.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On second and goal, Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Kansas City, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move